It's your boy Political Hamzy. If you do like this content, please click the like button, the subscription button, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell. I always say we keep it nice and sweet, short and simple. Today it's going to be very short. October 1st, we just celebrated the Independence Day, Nigeria's independence, 64 years. Congratulations to Nigeria and Nigerians. But the question is, have we moved forward since independence? Do we have anything to celebrate? People might say yes, that we're no more under colonial rule. We do not have a military junta governing Nigeria. We now have a democracy. We now have allegedly democratically elected leaders. But we need to look at the challenges we face. Every country in the world faces challenges. But the problem is, how do you address the challenges? How do you deal with the challenges to make the environment favorable for the people residing in the nation? Politicians, as usual, would say, look, we've done a marvelous job and Nigeria is moving forward. And I always tell people something about Nigeria is never use Lagos State as a benchmark to judge Nigeria as a country, because Lagos State is very unique that amongst all the states in Nigeria, it's always making progress. It's always trying to do better. So when you come to Lagos State, you can actually see development going on. You can see the progress like other states. But let us see, have we actually progressed? And when I tell politicians, if you want to actually grade yourself and see, look, are we doing a great job? First question you need to ask yourself, if myself or my family take ill, are we going to go overseas to London, America, France, or Germany for treatment? Are we going to seek treatment in local hospitals? We all know the answer to this is that no, they're not going to seek treatment in local hospitals in Nigeria, despite the fact they tell you that, look, we've invested in the health sector and things are getting better. You ask yourself, when their children reach the age of university, are they going to enroll them in a federal university in Nigeria? The answer is no. You ask yourself, look, do you feel safe in Nigeria that you or your family as politicians can move around without bulletproof cars and a mini army as security? The answer is no. So you now look at all these answers that you can't, due to security challenges, you and your family can't move around without security. You can't send your children to the universities in Nigeria. You can't use the so-called hospitals you say you've upgraded, the federal or state hospitals. So basically, there hasn't been any progress, no development within the healthcare sector, within the education sector, and security-wise. We've approved 70,000 naira minimum wage. How many parastatals, how many states have paid that 70,000? How many of them can actually afford to pay the 70,000? And you ask yourself, with all this allocation they receive from the Federation account allocation, you ask yourself, what do they do with these funds? What do they do with this money? Because you do not see any meaningful developments in the states. You could go to Edo State, you could see the roads from Auchi to Benin. It's dilapidated. Just go online and check it out on YouTube. We saw recently in Delta State, a social media influencer was talking about the roads, how it's been flooding, how the roads it's not usable. But what happened? He was arrested and detained just for making aware the shortcomings of government, making it known to people out there what the government is supposed to do and not doing. You now detain them. Nigeria, are we moving forward? This is a democracy, but do we actually have freedom of speech? You go out and you say, look, I want to carry out a peaceful protest. What do? They slap terrorism charges against you. They slap charges of treason against you. They send out the security apparatus in full force. This is a democracy. And you ask yourself, look, when we've been having this problem of herdsmen, Boko Haram, bandits, why have you not sent the full might of the security services against all these armed insurgents in Nigeria? It's sad what's happening in Nigeria. You can see a man who built a house maybe 20 years ago in Nigeria. Maybe as at then it was worth maybe dollars, let's put it $100,000. But with the exchange rate now and the naira, that house, if he's to sell it today, he might only get $20,000 or $30,000. And we all know the best investment is real estate because the prices keep going up. But with Nigeria now, due to the exchange rate, the prices keep going down. And you ask yourself, why has the naira devalued so badly? Has it devalued so badly because if the naira is devalued, the politicians who are allegedly embezzling funds in dollars will be able to purchase properties all over Nigeria in choice locations at a reduced amount. This is democracy, whereby justice should not look at your position or your monetary means. We have been chasing EFCC has been chasing Yahaya Bello to no avail. The whole Beta Edu saga, it's forgotten. We saw recently Very Dark Man brought an allegation against the Nigerian Correctional Service, the prison service, with the whole Bobrisky saga. And you saw how they brought Very Dark Man to face the National Assembly, and you're like, wow, yes, the Bobrisky matter, it's all about corruption within the system and corruption within Nigeria. But you ask yourself, we have so many things going on in Nigeria: banditry, poor roads, bad healthcare, bad infrastructure. Why haven't they fixed this matter in the National Assembly heads on the way they're facing this Bobrisky situation? Is it that they feel this Bobrisky situation is going to provide Nigerians with light entertainment, so they forget the shortcomings of the government and National Assembly? And we can see Tinubu has done so much for Nigeria that now he's taking a holiday. I don't know whether it's a holiday or a health check, but at this point in time, we need our leaders within the country. We don't need you to be taking holidays. If you want to take a holiday, why don't you go to Obudu Cattle Ranch? Why don't you go to Yankari Game Reserve? Go there. If there's nowhere in Nigeria for you to holiday, then that means you need to do something about tourism. You need to do something about the infrastructure in Nigeria to make Nigeria a favorable place for tourism, because we all know how much Kenya, South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Egypt, Morocco, they earn billions every year just from tourism. If you do think Nigeria has moved forward and things are better, fine. But for me, from what we see on the ground, is it security? We don't feel safe. Most people now doing business in Nigeria, they want to stick to either Lagos or Abuja because they feel, look, these places provide some certain form of security, that once we move to the middle belt or the northern region of Nigeria, it's game over. So if you do think Nigeria is moving forward, right, okay, that's fine. Let's go and ask the government workers who are yet to receive their 70,000 minimum wage how they're coping with school fees, healthcare, and transportation. Prices keep going up, but nothing meaningful is happening in the lives of Nigeria. Is this the democracy Tinubu himself, who was a member of NADECO, Professor Wole Soyinka, all the Nadeco and pro-democracy groups, is this the democracy they fought for? Is this the face of democracy? We can see what is happening in Rivers State. Democracy. They just had a local government elections, and you can see what happened there. The burning of local government secretariats, the shootings, the intimidation. This is democracy. This is your boy Political Hamzy. I hope next year, October 1st, 2025, we have something positive, something concrete to report about. Because at the end of the day, Nigeria is the only country we have. And it's such a shame that a country of 200 plus million people, only 1% are holding us hostage. Only 1% decide what happens. Only 1% of the people can stand and tell us, look, they're benefiting from this country called Nigeria. Till we meet again, you do have a nice week. Thank you.